Hi guys, thanks for joining me for another Wow Me Wednesday. Thank you so much for all the comments and the shares that you're giving me and spreading the love, spreading my videos around so we can help your friends and your colleagues be able to build more confidence in their public speaking skills. So on to today's tips. Do you ever feel stuck when trying to figure out how you're going to start your presentation and catch your audience's attention? Well, after you do your research on who your audience is, who's in the crowd, and how your message is going to be able to benefit them, this is based on my video from last week, What's in it for your audience, do that research first. Then you can use one of these 3 easy ways to catch your audience's attention in the first 5 seconds of your presentation. So the first way I want to mention to you that I use often is by starting with a question. It keeps your presentation conversational. By starting with a question to which most of your, or if not all of your presentation or your audience members will raise their hand and answer yes to, you're making them think, hey, I'm raising my hand, this pertains to me, so I better pay attention. She's talking to me. So again, that's why you need to research your audience and find out what they're interested in and who's actually going to answer yes. So one example that I can give from my own personal experience is when I give presentations or workshops on public speaking tips, I often start my presentation with a question. How many of you have ever had to give a presentation or a pitch? To which almost everyone raises their hand, right? And then after that, I ask another question. What are some of the symptoms you feel just as you're about to start your presentation? Then people start sharing about, sweaty palms, their quick heartbeat, that sort of thing. So it engages the audience and shows, hey, we're not alone in this. Another example is when I worked for Academy of Art University doing outreach to high school students, I would start my presentations with, what is your dream job? And so that way these high school students would start thinking about what they're hoping to do in their career. And many of them would answer with an art and design related field. And so that way I would know who would actually be interested in possibly attending our university. So those are a couple kinds of questions that you could start with and use for your own presentations, your own industries. The second way that you could start a presentation is by using a prop with humor, or you can mix it in with a question or a story. So one example is there is the 2016 Toastmasters International Champion of Public Speaking. His name is Darren Tay, so I often use his presentation in my workshops to show people how he uses a prop and humor to start his presentation. Before saying a word, he comes out on stage and reaches down and puts on some tighty-whities over his pants. So he gets some laughter from the audience, and then he goes on to tell a story about how he was bullied in school, and his bully would make him pull on underwear over his pants and walk around school. And so that then led into a presentation about how he overcame bullying and his challenges as a kid. So that's another way that you can start off a presentation. The third way that I'm going to share with you tonight about how to catch your audience's attention in the first 5 seconds is by sharing a story. Stories really help you connect with your audience and also help connect you to the message that you're sharing. So preferably if you have a personal story to share, you're going to be more connected and more authentic when sharing that story. Or if you wanted to share a story about a client you've helped, a success story, or you or someone you know who's overcome a challenge that's related to the message, the topic that you're sharing for the day, that also can help you relate to your audience. So I'm going to give you more tips on storytelling, how to incorporate stories into your presentations for next week's Wow Me Wednesday. Thanks for watching me tonight. And again, if you like what you see, please share with your friends and leave comments. And also check out my website, jessicachangconsulting.com. Thanks everyone. See you next week.